It's 19 hours and it's now time for the 93.1 Real FM News in detail. We're so happy that you can join us. I'm Gabriela Patram. Locally, President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali and his cabinet will embark on an outreach to Region 2 Pomeroon Supinam on Friday and Saturday, September 10 to 11. Cabinet members will lead several teams for direct engagement with residents, women, youths, farmers, private sector representatives, and the religious community for 2 full days across all communities of the region. While delivering goods and services to taxpayers is a natural part of governance, the President and his cabinet believe that it is equally important for those with a direct responsibility for policies to witness their impact on the everyday lives of citizens, their families, and communities. As such, this activity serves to foster an open and transparent relationship with citizens as stakeholders in the development process through direct communication and feedback. Residents of Region 2 are asked to be prepared to engage the team fully in all matters of governance, particularly those which impact them directly. With no slowing down in the increase in COVID-19 cases and the clear presence of the faster spreading Delta variant, the APNU AFC opposition has issued a call on the government to commence an aggressive countrywide campaign to faster determine the COVID-19 hotspots and implement relevant measures in those areas to slow the spread. APNU AFC Member of Parliament and acting opposition leader Roysdale Ford, in an address to the nation today, said the science has already established that contracting and transmitting the virus is possible irrespective of vaccination status, and as a result the government must adopt other measures to stem the spread. The opposition has indicated its readiness to work along with the government on such a plan, but he believes the government does not appear too open to engaging with others on the way forward. The opposition MP also calls on pre-screening procedures for children who will be receiving the vaccine to determine the existence that can provoke side effects in children. In the region, 2 of the Caribbean leading legal minds have opined that there is nothing to stop regional governments and private sector entities from enforcing mandatory COVID-19 vaccination. In a brief prepared for the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Heads of Government, former President of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Sir Dennis Byron, and Professor Rose Marie Bell Antoine, former President of the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, said they are convinced that a compulsory requirement for the COVID-19 vaccine is generally justifiable in law, whether constitutionally or in the private sector. The 2 legal achievers also said that private sector entities are within their right to mandate that their employees be vaccinated or provide regular negative COVID-19 test results. On the international scene, President Joe Biden has announced sweeping federal COVID measures that require workers at large companies to be vaccinated or face weekly testing. The new measures, which also include a vaccine mandate for millions of federal workers, come as the president is under fire to combat a COVID surge. COVID has killed 650,000 Americans and hospitals nationwide are at capacity. Mr. Biden had promised a summer of freedom from the virus, but the Delta variant has instead run rampant. In an address made from the White House today, Mr. Biden directed the Department of Labor to direct all private businesses with 100 or more workers to be vaccinated or otherwise provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test at least once a week. The order will affect around 80 million workers. This is not about freedom or personal choice, it's about protecting yourself and those around you, he said as he unveiled the 6-point plan. And finally, in the world of sports, the Cricket West Indies selection panel today announced the West Indies squad for the International Cricket Council's ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2021. The panel named 15 players and 4 traveling reserves for the marquee event, which will be played in the United Arab Emirates and Oman from October 17 to November 14, 2021. West Indies are the defending world champions and only 2-time winners of the ICC T20 World Cup, winning in 2012 against Sri Lanka, then 4 years later in 2016 against England in Kolkata. The West Indies now have the opportunity to create further history by becoming the first team to win a hat-trick of ICC T20 World Cup victories. Experienced bowler Ravi Rampal, a member of the 2012 winning World Cup squad, has been recalled for the first time since 2015. All-rounder Royston Chase is called up for the West Indies T20 squad for the first time. The full squad reads: Kyron Pollard captain, Nicholas Pooran vice captain, Fabian Allen, Dwayne Bravo, Royston Chase, Andre Fletcher, Chris Gill, Shimran Hetmeyer, Evan Lewis, Oped McCoy, Ravi Rampal, Andre Russell, Lyndall Simmons, O'Shane Thomas, Hayden Waller Jr. The traveling reserves are Darren Bravo, Sheldon Cottrell, Jason Holder, and Akil Hussain. That's the 93.1 Real FM News in detail. Credits to News Source, iNews, the Jamaican Observer, and West Indies Cricket.
Hey mommy, you so fine.